Today is Friday, August 15th, 2025. We are at the Baldface Circle Trail. And today we're going to head up Baldface Circle to Eagle Cascade Link, to Bicknal Ridge, to Meader Ridge, and then down Mount Meader Trail. And road walk back. So it should be, I think it's 9.6 miles and 0.6 of that is road walk. And I think we will have good views today. The wildfire smoke is the least I've seen in a long, long time. It's about 9 o'clock right now. There was still some space in the parking. We went by Appalachia parking lot at, I don't know, around 8 o'clock, and it was totally full and backed up on the road on both sides for quite a ways. It's going to be a perfect day to be above tree line today. And we're off. The Baldface Circle Trail starts right over here. We're about 2.2 miles in now, coming up to the junction with Eagle Cascade Link. We have stayed on the Baldface Circle Trail, going counterclockwise. Have not seen anybody. And water crossings were very low, keeping with the theme of the summer. We just saw a little garter snake. Okay. Whew. Okay, so Eagle Cascade is in the White Mountain Guide as an impressive cascade in high water. So don't get your hopes up. I don't think it's going to be anything. But that'll be our next point of attraction to go see. And then from there, we'll pop out on Bicknal Ridge Trail at a nice viewpoint. We were up here last month and the wildfire smoke was not good. So we didn't really have any good views. So hopefully today we'll actually be able to see all the stuff that we missed last month. All right, next stop will be Eagle Cascade. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this might not be very visible. There's a huge rock right here. It comes down, and then we're in like a creek bed here. I think that this is the cascade. There's not even a trickle of water on it. There's nothing. And you can see, like, you could easily get down there and go stand out on that rock right there and have a cool look up. Nothing. I'm glad I have enough water with me. I hope I have enough. No. Yeah, I have enough. I also have a filter, but you can't filter if there's no water. Alrighty. Wow. So it says it's very impressive in high water, and I bet it is. Just not today. Maybe sometime in the spring will be the time to see that. Eagle Cascade. We just junctioned with Bicknal Ridge. Right there's a trail sign about 30 feet away. And then looking out at Pleasant Mountain out here in the distance. Eastman. South Baldface. I love all that rock. And then North Baldface. We're going to be continuing up this way. We'll junction up here and then head that way. We'll be going over Eagle Crag, which is right behind here. Lovely. Wow, what an improved day. It's a little cooler than it has been also. And I think the humidity is a little lower as well. This is the way, like John said, this is the way summer hiking should be. We got a half of the moon up here. Where is it? Like up in there. All right. An hour and a half. We're not trying to set any records, but we're moving right along. Okay. Next stop will be the junction. Let's go get it. This is a viewpoint towards the north from Bicknal Ridge Trail. Last time we were here, you could not even see, I don't think you could see like the Royces over here. It's crazy. I think this is Caribou Mountain and this is Speckled Mountain right here. And then looking east towards Maine. Pleasant Mountain over here. And we've been walking on this kind of ledgy kind of trail. Nice. And then it periodically dips into the woods, and then it comes out again on more slab. Oh, we dip in right here. Much nicer today without 150 runners coming towards us like last time when there was a trail race going on. In general, today is just a much nicer day than that was anyway. All right. So we will be junctioning with Baldface Circle Trail and then Meader Ridge Trail. We're at the junction now with Baldface Circle Trail. There's a sign. So there's North Baldface and South Baldface. And then coming around, I'm as zoomed in as the GoPro goes, but I'll shoot it also on my phone so you can see. Where is it on here? Can hardly tell. Washington is sticking up. I think it's right there. And then over here is Spur, I believe. And then we have the Carters over here. And actually, Wildcats, Carters, and Shelburne, Moriah. This is Moriah to the left. Moriah, Middle Moriah, Shelburne, Moriah. And then Imp, North Carter, Middle Carter, South Carter. I think Height and Carter Dome. And then I guess the edge of the Wildcats is over here. We just came up from this direction right here. Bicknal Ridge comes up right there. We're gonna go this direction to Eagle Crag, which is on 52 with a view. So this part right here is still Baldface Circle Trail. We're gonna go over along the ridge now, and we'll get to a junction where Baldface Circle Trail will turn to the right and head downhill, and then Meader Ridge Trail will continue straight. Wow, nice visibility today. We'll take more videos along the ridge. This is at that trail junction still. So I'll zoom in so you can see Washington. It's very obvious with the naked eye. There it is right here. You can see the summit structures on it, and then over here, Spur. All right, we're gonna keep heading north that way. We're up on Eagle Crag now, which is a 52 with a view. This is our slightly different view of the presidentials, and what you can see now is Mount Adams. I'm gonna zoom in. It's right between Mount Height and South Carter. There it is. Sticking up right there. And we kind of lost, we just have the side of Washington now. And then coming back around this way, North and South Baldface. But what's neat is right here, that spot is one of the places where we stopped and took a video on the way up Bicknal Ridge. Pretty cool. And this is where we came out on Bicknal Ridge up there. Coming around this way, we get a nice view now to the Royces. West and East Royce. Right here, west is in New Hampshire, east is in Maine. I think that West Royce used to be on 52 with a view, and it got removed, and I've heard East Royce has the better view. And then behind that is Wheeler Mountain. And over here is Speckled Mountain. And, oh, let's see. Out here is Old Speck. Let me zoom in a little. Oops, right in there. I should not use my finger. Let's see if I can point a little bit better. Right there is Old Spec. Mount Success is kind of behind this tree right here in this area. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. We're heading over to this Meader Ridge in front of the Royces, and we'll be taking that down. That's going to be Mount Meader Trail. And we're on Meader Ridge Trail now. Okay, we're still on Meader Ridge Trail. I don't know why. I guess maybe because it's a ridge. I thought it would be more exposed than this. But after Eagle Crag, we came down and we exited the alpine zone. And now we're in this really lovely mossy coniferous forest. It's not at all what I expected.
Prettier.
Well, I don't know. It's different. I don't know if it's prettier. You can't really beat those ridges up there. They're really nice, but this is also really nice. There is definitely going to be a view spur, and that's where we're planning to have our lunch. So hopefully, the White Mountain Guide kind of implies that it's not, the views are restricted towards the Carters. I mean, they don't imply it, they say it, but my Far Out Guide just says there's a view and shows the picture. So we'll see how it is. But this is lovely in here, and we have a little breeze, which is also nice. We are out at the spur, the view spur off of Meader Ridge Trail. I believe this is the end of it over here, but it looks like people have walked that way too, but there's something written right here that I can't read. Oh, it says end. It says end. I thought it said FNO, but it says END, end. Yeah. So we have a nice view to the Baldfaces, although that tree right there was blocking it, so I think we'll come back over to here. Most of that walk was, do you want to sit on those rocks?
There's lichen on them.
No.
Crush it if you do.
Yeah, let's not do that. We'll come over here. Supposedly this had like a restricted view to the Carters, but it would be crazy restricted. That's it. But it's got a nice view right here. So that's Eastman, South Baldface, North Baldface, and Eagle Crag kind of in front. All right, that was a very lovely walk. It wasn't like this. I thought the whole thing would be all exposed like this. Some of it was, but the rest of it was in nice woods. That was lovely. There's several blowdowns. Some of them have herd paths around them, and it looks like nobody has done any maintenance, which I'm a little surprised. But other than that, it's a lovely trail. And it's lunchtime. So this was our lunch view. That's Eastman in the middle, Kearsarge North in the distance, South Baldface, North Baldface, and Eagle Crag in the foreground. Very enjoyable. All right, and now we're gonna come out back to Meader Ridge Trail, which is, again, this is just a short spur down, and we'll be on it for, I don't know, 1 or 2 tenths maybe, and then we'll be junctioning with Mount Meader Trail and heading down, which will be a new trail for us. Okay, we just finished up Meader Ridge Trail, and that spur did actually have a sign on it for the view, but it was not visible unless you were coming up the other way. And we are junctioning now with Mount Meader Trail, which is going to go straight down there, or Basin Rim Trail, which we're not going to take that way. And we just came out of Meader Ridge over this way. And my take on Meader Ridge, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a beautiful trail.
It would be nice if it were clearer.
Yeah, there's a lot of blowdowns on it right now for some reason. I'm going to do a trail report so that the Chatham Trail Association knows. But other than that, Oh, it's beautiful. Ooh, cicadas or something going off right here. All right, we're gonna head down. Again, this is a new trail for us, Mount Meader Trail. I don't expect it to be super interesting. I think might be one view, and it ends on private logging road, like private land that has a logging road you walk out on. Parking for about 2 or 3 cars at the trailhead along the side of the road, and then a 0.6 walk back to Baldface Circle Trail. So I might not shoot anymore. We'll see. If not, it was an awesome day. We're descending Mount Meader Trail, and it's been beautiful so far at the top. Lots of ledges and views out, and this is a nice view out to the Royces here. And look at all that rock on West Royce. East Royce is sticking up right behind it. And then, oh, I already forgot the name. Oh, can't remember. Speckled Mountain right over here. I know that one. Ah. And then coming around, we have view to Eastman and South Baldface. We're on this open ledge. Trail is heading down right through there. Okay, we have come out to Bicknal Falls, which is like a 1/10 of a mile spur. And it does actually have some water on it. It has a series of little cascades and pools and kind of sliding areas right here. You can see where John put his hand as he was dunking his head. Leave no trace, John.
You can see the dock?
Yeah. All right, Bicknal Falls. Not a complete bust. We're at the end now, well, entering the end portion of Mount Meader Trail. I have to say, Bicknal Falls was not a total disappointment, which I thought any waterfall at this time of year would be. And we're walking along. This is the same water where Bicknal Falls came down. And it's all, the edge on the other side, super eroded. Huge rocks in there. They must get good amount of flow during snow melt or something. It's called Milbrook. And we're on, as you can see, we're in a portion of land that is not White Mountain National Forest. The bottom of Baldface Circle Trail, I think part of Baldface Circle Trail, and definitely Bicknal Ridge was also in the private land, and it's held by a logging company, I think. So we're walking out like an old logging road right now, and we're in the last half mile, I think, or so. It was excellent. Very nice. I'm happy with all of the new trail segments we saw today. Eagle Cascade Link was really nice. I'm sure that would be a pretty cascade when there's water on it. So maybe sometime in the future I'll go up the south side of Baldface Circle Trail, because I don't really want to ever descend that, but you go up the steep stuff below South Baldface. And then maybe I'll come down Bicknal Ridge and cut over on Eagle Cascade Link so I can see the waterfall. That would make a nice loop. All right. And I think our mileage is going to be closer to 10. I don't know why. When I map it out, it comes out to like 9 exactly. But I'm going to be more like 9.5. And I didn't wander any place, but that's the beauty of GPS, I guess. All right. This is Mount Meader Trail. It was a great day.